Hey, this is Ward 3 of Season 60, up against SGA, bringing in a full team of rank 4s, which is always fun. Okoye, Jean Grey, and Sentinel. Starting off on Path 2 in Section 1, this is Combat, Deja Vu, Placebo, and Prey on the Weak. Mordo. There's also Special Burst, Neutralize. So, yeah, there's a lot of prowess that the defender can gain on this node if you aren't careful. And right away, I kind of just mess up with the Combat Deja Vu already. Mordo's a tactic defender, so I will get those, small power detonations on me every so often. And the nice thing about Jean Grey, at least, and why she kind of works here, is the passive stun she gets from her Sig ability, which basically means that you can stun Mordo and won't have to worry about him evading. I don't play this fight super safe. I don't think I used an invul here, despite there being a lot of prowess for the defender to gain on the node. But yeah, the shield or Jean Grey's force field is tanking a lot of the tactic power detonations so far. And here I was really trying to bait the special one, but then I see he's getting his power gain with, 6 almost more prowess. So we just go for the heavy, and thankfully he doesn't get to 3 bars. And yeah, he's dead under a minute. So the fight works. It's definitely not super safe, but I kind of felt confident enough to do that fight. Moving on, this is the Strike Counter Amplify and Encroaching Root node. There's an arcade here. I kind of understand the placement. This is a rank 4 arcade, I think. And basically, if you let him throw a special one as the root timer is going, you can get rooted inside his Poison Cloud, which will not only put a bunch of poisons on you, but also feed him a ton of auto block tokens. Because we're using Okoye, I kind of have to pay attention to that because Okoye has no auto block counter of her own. So yeah, so far it's going all right. We managed to time the first special one to not have to deal with the root. Here we're rooted again. We're just kind of dexing and parrying after he throws a special one here. The root expires, thankfully, and we managed to get out of the cloud. Don't go for the punish because he was right in front of the cloud. But yeah, we're just kind of doing a few hits. I end up staying in the cloud a little bit as it expires, but he doesn't get enough tokens to auto block me, and we were able to throw the special one as the root was about to happen. So yeah, again, not a perfectly ideal counter, especially because Arcade's also shock immune against non-cosmics, I think. But yeah, the fight works well enough. Moving on, also in Path 2, this time in Section 2, this is the Strike Counter Vitality Never Back Down Enchantress. Right there, I lose a hit off my invul because I go for an intercept while she's unstoppable, and then I lose the rest of my invul there because I went for the intercept. And the goal here was to really just get her spells off and try and not let her throw another special. Because, I don't want her getting any more spells than necessary. This kind of felt like a Battlegrounds fight, and I was actually debating splitting this path with another member and just giving a safer counter to this fight. But officers were like, yeah, no, you'll probably be fine here. This is a rank 4 Okoye, should be all good. Mainly because if I were to let the vitality charges get out of hand, I would have a ton of debuffs to deal with the regen as well. So yeah, this fight's going okay. I don't play it very cleanly. Right here, I'm just late to punish, and she heavies me and then throws the special one. But thankfully, we had enough debuffs to kind of just tick her out as she was mid special one. So yeah, again, these fights have been sub 1 minute, but they're all kind of iffy. Looking back, I maybe could have assigned safer counters here, but not dying is the most important part. Here, this is the EMP mod, Stun Immune, Prey on the Weak Lumatrix. This is a very common placement, and Jean Grey is, in my opinion, the best counter for it. Unless you go and eat a full combo like that and don't get your special one off. The special 2 actually does very decent damage, thankfully. Lumatrix's Sig ability can actually reduce the ability accuracy of instant burst effects. So stuff like Jean Grey's special 2, Juggernaut's special 2, Future Ant-Man's special 2. And the last time I took this fight, he actually reduced or prevented the burst damage from my Jean Grey SP2 twice, so on 2 out of 3 hits. Here I just missed the dex and eat a 20-something K crit for it, so, not too fun. Again, with Neuroshocks on the opponent, we can't miss, so we're just kind of playing slow and safe. Got my shield back, so again, now I can tank more damage if I want to. These shocks from EMP are hardly ticking, mainly because of the force field. And yeah, the fight is over here. The Neuroshocks did enough damage to tick him down, and that definitely wasn't clean. I think I've done that fight close to a full yellow bar, but no worries. Here, this is the stun immune, hazard shift, poison rupture, Bullseye. I set myself with Sentinel here. In hindsight, I definitely should have just given this to someone with like a rank 4 dust, but I could have also used, maybe my own rank 3 dust and it would probably be fine. But I wanted to use Sentinel. He's rank 4, super tanky, and has a safety net in the special 3 to get back to full HP. So yeah, I felt fairly confident in this fight, and other members or officers were like, "Yo, if you die to this fight, like you're terrible. If you die to a fight using a champion with basically 2 health bars, yeah, there maybe a conversation needs to be had." But the plan here was to ramp and just use a PS1 to get to my special 2 fast. But I've been doing a pretty poor job of managing the hazard shift timers. Like I'm hitting during rupture and getting ruptures on me, and because I'm a robot, I have no willpower, so that's just damage I can't heal back unless I have to use my special 3, which I'd rather not do. So yeah, like again, the poison phase is about to expire, and I haven't really been able to get any hits or gain any power because my main source of damage here is special 2. We risk a 3rd hit into rupture, so two out of 3 hits in this fight into rupture phase have applied ruptures on me, which is solid odds. But we get our first special 2 there. We throw it into block just to give him less power, and yeah, we have to bait this out again now. So yeah, the first special 2 took him to about 54%. So now we're winning the health race, thankfully, because we weren't for the first minute and a half of the fight. But yeah, kind of back to the same thing. The reason we're still hitting his block even while we're max ramp is just for spacing. Like if you get cornered, this fight can get pretty scary. So yeah, that's the main reason for hitting his block even though we're already at max analysis. We bait out this special 1 here, and as soon as I get to, I think I'm just gonna parry and block hits to gain power to get to my next special 2, or I just kind of dance around and keep hitting block. But yeah, there's not a ton of threat in this fight. I think if you get hit a few times, it can definitely go south because, it's kind of the idea of the fight is do more damage to him before you get super low and have to cash out on your SP3 heal. But yeah, the second special 2 takes him down to 8%, I think. So yeah, now we're kind of just waiting for the next window to safely hit. I don't have another Sentinel fight after this, so I don't really care how low I end. So yeah, we're trying to bait one more heavy, get one more opening. He throws it here. And yeah, this fight has been going really slow. So I think I'll definitely try and find something faster for this fight. But, didn't die. 2 minutes, 43 seconds. Not the end of the world. Moving on, this is the aspect of evolution mini, High Evolutionary. Using Okoye, I had an alliance mate place 2 Mr. Fantastic pre-fights because I wanted 2 more for the fight after. The debuff siphon and the suppression. So we'll be reducing his combat power rate, and our debuffs have extra potency, which is very nice. High Evolutionary is, I don't think he's super scary on defense, but he definitely can be if you don't bring a proper counter. And here I kind of mess up. He throws the SP1 here, and I think I just go for a medium, and then I stop, and then I just throw, or no, it didn't count because, alright. Basically, High Evolutionary, if you punish his special with the same hit, it doesn't count towards the auto block tracker. So I used a medium to punish a special 1, but then I used a light after, and that still got auto blocked, which is why I had to deal with it at all. But, not the end of the world. We're still on 100%. And the main thing I'm looking for now is I don't want any debuffs on me when I end this fight. Like, the main threat here is because I'm also using Okoye for a fight after this against a Photon. If I end this fight with debuffs on me, High Evolutionary Sig ability turns them into crossfight debuffs, which would basically mean that against Photon, because of Photon Sig ability, I would have far less block proficiency, and she'd also start faster ramped, maybe. But yeah, we managed to end the fight without any debuffs, which is perfect. That was the main thing that had me worried about doing those 2 fights. And yeah, we were able to get the other 2 Mr. Fantastic pre-fights on this fight, which makes it even easier. Again, the same suppression and debuff siphon. I did this fight maybe more than 10 times probably, using a rank 3 Okoye. This is my first time doing this fight since taking her to rank 4. And yeah, she just shreds it. Like, this is the perfect Okoye fight. This is just super straightforward. You can't really stop her from going into Pure Light because, you don't really have any, ability accuracy access because there's Force of Will here. And even in the first place, Okoye's ensnare is only 30%, and while it may feel stronger sometimes, in any fight, whether it's Battlegrounds or War, you don't really manage to keep debuffs off of you. The nice thing is that you have Endurance from your special one, which can just get them off of you a little quicker, not just like purifying or preventing them from applying at all. But yeah, this is like a blitz of a fight. Already dead, and I think this fight was 46 seconds. And yeah, rank 3 would do similar time just because the Mr. Fantastic refights help a lot. Yeah, 46 seconds. Last up, this is the boss node. Yolena is placed here. She's a fairly common boss, and I think Deadpool X-Force is definitely faster, or can be, if, played properly. But I like using Jean Grey here. I've done this fight a bunch last season, and she's just really safe for it. But in all of my attempts doing this fight before, I'd taken my slowest attempt was like 4.5 minutes, so nearly timing out. And then my fastest was like 3.5 minutes. So I was really trying to improve on that just because I knew I could, and there were like things I did in those fights that kind of cost me a lot of time. So here we get our first special 2 off, and within like 30 something seconds of the fight, we've already taken out a third of her health, which is, very nice. So far this is going really well. We're trying to bait special 2s just because it is a lot faster and helps the fight flow a lot smoother. We get our relic here, and we like to go for heavies because her heavy purifies debuffs off of the opponent and gives you those psionic charges, which allows you to gain a form of power efficiency. I probably should have thrown a special 1 first, but this special 2 brings her to below 40, so I don't really care. I see she's about to hit 100 combo, so I want to bait the special 2 before she hits elimination mode, just in case if I were to miss it, that, it won't full crit me and, possibly kill me. But here we go for the special 1. And yeah, she's gonna throw this special 2. I think I just blocked part of it, and no harm, no foul. We're still very healthy. And now we're just trying to, tick her down during elimination mode. Throw another special 1. I maybe could have just saved for a special 2, but you'll see that these neuroshocks are just gonna tick her down. Like during that special 1 animation, she lost 2 or 3% to neuros alone. And yeah, she drops her block, so I eat 1 reversal, and it actually does a lot of damage. I was like, okay, that's a lot more damage than I wanted to take, but no big deal. These 21 neuros are about to expire, even though she's ticked down to 2% now. And yeah, I think I just end up hitting her block, and she drops pretty shortly after. Yeah, so that was definitely my fastest attempt, which was nice. I think Andy has done it faster. I think he did like a minute 40 something. But yeah, minute 57 was definitely my best and definitely felt the smoothest. Speaking of Andy, we did go 150 and Andy this war, as he was the only one who died. But yeah, I think SGA ended on 6 deaths. But GG's to them. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.